The best podcast, the hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. It's Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are latest things that makes it official. Welcome to the show. We certainly appreciate you guys being here. As always, for 16 years, we've been bringing you the Chris Voss Show, and over 2,200 episodes. That's just 2,200. I mean, who's counting really when it comes down to it? The CEOs, the billionaires, White House presidential advisors, the governors, the congressmen, all the wonderful people we bring to you on the Chris Voss Show who share their wonderful stories of life, their journeys, and all that good stuff. Today we have an amazing young man on the show. He's a multi-book author, and we're going to be talking about his latest books. They're kind of, well, this one right here is going to be kind of Christmassy. We're going to talk about that and some of the other things that he does. The book is entitled The Truth About the Tooth, The Beginning Santa and His Number One Elf by Barry Fillier. We're going to be talking with him on the show about his book series, his multi-book series, I should say, and all that good stuff. He's also known as Barry Fillier. He's a self-published author of children's books about the tooth fairies and how they turn the teeth into fairy dust and where they get the money to put under the pillow. He's not a dentist, but he is a Canadian motion picture pioneer, which means he's been in the film industry for over 50 years. He worked with distribution and marketing, contracting films to play in theaters across Canada, representing studios such as Paramount, MGM, 20th Century Fox, Columbia Pictures, and independent film distributors in managerial positions. Some of the films he represented were The Godfather, 9 to 5, working 9 to 5. Now it's stuck in my head. Stir Crazy, and In Praise of Older Women. In addition, he operates his own company in the video retail market, supplying video stores with support products. Welcome to the show, Barry. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself, Chris?
I am excellent as well. I'm just ready for Christmas here at this point, 2 days away. Give us your .coms. Where do you want people to find out more about you on the interwebages in the sky?
www.tooth, T-O-O-T-H, or dash truth, TROOTH.com, or they can look me up on YouTube and see all my videos and other information and interviews.
There you go. So give us the 30,000 overview. What's inside this new book?
This new book? Well, it's about how St. Nicholas became Santa with the help of the tooth fairies. And he arrives home one morning, is how it opens, and greeted by his number one and only elf, Lorenzo, who happens to be Italian. Oh, wow. And they start discussing about the fact that as time goes by and more villages have children and he wants to visit all of them, that it's going to be impossible. So he suggests that they go to fairyland and meet with Mother Nature and the fairies of the forest. Mm-hmm. Lorenzo, being Italian, pronounces St. Nicholas with an Italian accent, Santa Niklaus.
Santa Niklaus.
Yeah, so it sounds like Santa Claus. So at the end of the story, the tooth fairies interpret that as Santa Claus, and there's an express wall, like a bank express wall, where they send the fairy dust off to all the mythical characters that use magic. Nobody has explained magic, but magic is made from fairy dust, made from baby teeth.
Wow. You mean I could have kept my baby teeth, ground them up, and sold this off like a pound of meth or something?
Well, I don't think the tooth fairies will buy them, but they do leave the money. And where they get the money to put under the pillow is they use the fairy dust to heal small animals of the world who get injured or sick in trade for the money that they find.
Oh, that's good. It's being used for good.
And so that's how that comes about. And at the end, this is actually a prequel to the original book, which I will get to. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the story, Lorenzo and St. Nick are discussing that they should move to the North Pole because it's more central to get around the world. since they're going to be getting fairy dust.
Mhm.
And they discussed that at that time, we'll have to add more reindeers to go further. And so Lorenzo volunteers to build the express wall for them so that way they can add names of other characters that need to use magic.
Ah.
So
So
it
you
refers
kind of
back to
explain
book
how
one.
all these different parts and characters work together, huh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And the characters in the books are, I think they're equal to any of the Disney ones
Mm-hmm.
as
Right
well.
on. There you go. So it's kind of cool how that works, and then that explains how Santa gets down the chimney because he's kind of
Or in a room without a chimney.
Oh, there you go. Well, I thought he just climbed in through the window, but
Well,
that's
yeah,
probably
but some are apartments,
yeah.
so
you
he
can't
has to
climb in
magically
those.
appear.
We had Santa one year call on the window, but then he took all the presents. Hey, that might not have been.
I've heard of
Santa.
that.
That might have. Maybe one of my parents called the police. Anyway,
Isn't that the Grinch?
that's probably the Grinch. Yeah, that's definitely there's a few of those Grinches running around stealing those Amazon packages off of things.
Yeah, well, I can also, I'm going to be writing a book about the Grinch
Oh,
as well. And when I talk to you about the original book, then I can bring that into play.
okay. So tell us about the other books in the series as well.
Well, the third book in the series is how Jack Rabbit became the original Easter Bunny. And it happened that Jack was out. He was born in around Easter, and he's out playing and feeding, and he starts to munch on something at the edge of a cliff and falls off the cliff and breaks his leg.
Oh no!
Just as that happened, Bucky, one of the tooth fairies, and by the way, all the tooth fairies are named after the mouth, by the way. This particular fairy, his name is Bucky. He happened to arrive just as that happened, and he's visiting his mother, Bonnie Rabbit, to see if she found any money when he uses the fairy dust to heal his injured leg. Then after he's injured, he starts to ask how and why. And Bucky explains what they do with the teeth to him, that they turn it into fairy dust. That's why he's visiting his mother, see if she found any money for the tooth fairies.
Oh wow! There
Bucky
you go.
then asks, "Can I get fairy dust to pay it forward?" And Bucky says, "Well, I'll go back and ask the rest of the fairies," which he does. And there's scenes where he's having a meeting with the other tooth fairies, and they agree to add him to the express wall to send him fairy dust.
Wow!
And that's how Jack became the original Easter Bunny.
I didn't know there was like a whole fairy dust ecosystem economy here going on.
Yeah,
There's
there is.
It's like a whole international Federal Reserve Bank of fairy dust.
Well, other books say they build castles, but how many can they build?
That's true. It's a lot of fairy
or it
dust,
becomes
too.
a star in heaven, but
Mhm.
so does their grandmother and grandfather looking down on them. So,
I have
to
fairy
me,
dust in my coffee in the morning.
yeah, well, there you go. Is it called Bailey's?
Yeah, there you go. It's good one there. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's called Bailey's. If I don't drink it straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Some mornings are like that around here.
No, Bailey's on the weekend.
Wait, you're only supposed to drink on the weekend? Not during
Well,
office
no,
hours?
I'm diabetic, so I try to control things.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
Yes.
Lots of sugar in that Bailey's.
Yes.
So tell us about yourself. I mean, I read your bio.
Yeah.
When did you start writing, and what made you interested in writing children's books?
Well, my daughter, this goes back a ways, asked me, what does a tooth fairy do with the teeth, and where do they get the money?
Oh,
And I told her I'd give it some thought. And that's about a week later, I started to put together and pen it out, and then published it originally with when my granddaughters on my wife's side, because she's my third marriage, anyways, on my wife's side, and after they were born, and I revisited when they were 5 and 7, and actually McKenna, my oldest granddaughter, is a little girl in the book, which I will explain when I get to the book. on the original story, and published it with one publishing company. Found out I didn't own the illustrations, so I republished it with another company just last year in November, as well as the next two books, and I'm working on. I've got a third book completed as well, which is how the Pied Piper's flute became magic, which I'll be publishing with the help of the Tooth Fairy. And so I republished it with them. And at the same time, within a few months, I published the next two books. That was last November. But it didn't time out for Christmas on the Christmas book. So I held off on the marketing until this year. And on the Jack Rabbit, that marketing I'll start this coming Easter.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So you kind of did it to explain it for your daughter. Were you writing before? I mean, was this something that just came out of the blue where you're like,
well,
hey?
More or less came out of the blue because of my background in the film industry. If I have to sell a film, like I had one film called The Passover Plot, very controversial with the Catholic Church. So in order to get a theater to put it on screen, I would have to pick what I thought was the best scene out of the film to convince them that based on his audience and demographics of his town, that it would be worthwhile just to put it on screen, even if it was only for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
So as you know, in the film industry, there are road shows, which is a Godfather, 9 to 5, Stir Crazy, Love Story, True Grit, so on. But then there's the B titles that are picked up at film festivals that the studio will release, which is anywhere up to 12 films a year or more, back before video. And so my job was to get as many of my titles on screen with the maximum number of amount of play days or weeks. For example, The Godfather had a minimum of 3 weeks in any of the small towns. Larger towns was even longer. So even down to 3 days to get all your films. So it was very competitive when you're dealing against 11 other major studios at the time. 52 weeks in a year. How do you get all yours played, including the holdovers?
Got to make all those money and ticket
Yeah.
sales too.
And while in the industry, I did win 2 sales drives.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go. And now you're an author.
Now I'm an author. And yeah, I did write one other book in the video industry. I was, when I left the film industry, I went into the video industry and started with a company that was a wholesaler of the video, beta and VHS. And I wrote and designed the first retail video magazine in the industry in Canada.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah. So,
yeah, definitely rewarding there.
Yeah. And then as part of the supplies, when I went into the supply business, I also wrote a manual on how to repair VHS and beta tapes, splicing, supplied the equipment, and how to rebuild the cassettes. Some of the cassettes had a security screw, and I wrote on how to remove that security screw without damaging the shell.
Oh, wow.
And sold it with splicing equipment.
There you go. Quite the interesting stuff. What was that old thing from with splicing in film? It was from Fight Club. They used to call it the cigarette burn.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Actually, that's how I started in the film industry as a film reviser, splicing and repairing the film, the sprockets, as well as assembling the reels when they first came in. And so that you mount 1A to 1B and so on.
Yeah. I think there's some sort of signal on the film that tells when you have to put on the second roll or something like that. It's in the movie Fight Club, so I don't know if it was true or not. It's kind of interesting. Because I think that's what Tyler Durden used to do in the film. He would splice film together, and he would do inappropriate things with it.
Yeah.
Got some funny Fight Club lore there. So you did that, and now you do these books. Now you mentioned, I think to me before in the green room, that you have a whole lot of prequels and other books you want to work on. Tell us about some of that
Yes,
stuff.
I'll be writing an additional 16 to 20 prequels.
Mm-hmm.
As I explained with the Truth and Nothing but the Jack Rabbit and the Santa one, that it ends up on how they got on the express wall.
Wow.
So when we get to book one has all the characters on it. So the rest of the stories are about how that character got his name on the express wall.
Wow.
To get the fairy dust. So they're actually prequels. What I'm hoping to have happen is to get a studio interested in book one, which we'll get to that explanation, and then look at and say have it on Prime or Netflix as the original, and then the subsequent stories as prequels. I'll compare it to Aesop's fables type of thing. So they all refer back to book one.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting. You've tied them all together.
Yeah. Which makes the story infinite, which will never end because children lose 20 teeth between the age of approximately 4 to 12. And there's a child that loses a tooth every second of the day or every half second of the day throughout the world.
It's a lot of teeth.
That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
That's a lot of magic.
I remember I think we got a quarter for our tooth or something. That our
Back then, yeah. Now it's around anywhere up to $20 or more.
Yeah, I think I dated a gal and she had a daughter and she gave her, I don't remember what it was, $5 or something at the time.
Yeah.
It was like a long time ago. And I was like, what? I got it ripped off.
It's inflation.
Inflation, that's what it is.
Yes.
Inflation. What a I mean, I try and give my teeth. I take my teeth out now since I'm 57. They're all falling out on their own, and I put them under my pillow. And no one seems to want adult teeth. So
well, that's because there's too many teeth that you put under the pillow.
Oh, that's kind of Mountain Dew mouth, you know.
Yes.
It must have been those years of doing meth that probably caught up to me. I don't know. Don't do meth, kids. That's just a joke. I never did that. I know it seems like I did, but. Yeah, like maybe you should do a book series on what they do with adult teeth, or maybe old people teeth when they pull out your teeth and give you what's it, dentures, you know?
No, they just send you home and keep it. They send it to the tooth fairy.
See, I knew I was getting cut out somewhere by the middleman here. I knew there's a racket going on somewhere with these freaking teeth. I was like, I want to know. You know, I want to know who the thing is. I was lucky though. My grandfather, I think it was my grandfather. I'm pretty sure it was my grandfather. He sat me down one time, and I think I was like 12 or 14. He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, but you can't tell your brother and your siblings because I was the oldest, right?" And he goes, "Yeah. Well, I should probably warn people if you have kids listening right now. There's no kids that listen to this show, but I would hope not." Jesus.
Not that you know of.
I mean, we have. Whatever. I mean, if you have kids, do the ear thing, say earmuffs. So my grandpa told me that there was no Santa Claus and that my parents were Santa Claus and stuff. And he goes, and I go, "Oh, really?" And he goes, "Yeah, the Tooth Fairy too." So he told me, he blew the lid on it. And he goes,
usually it's a friend that spoils it.
Yeah. So he told me that, and he goes, "Don't tell your siblings." So I did.
Yeah, you told them.
I told him. My brother cried like a pansy. He was so upset. He was so turned about it, and I just laughed. And if you knew my little brother, he was kind of a shit kid. So
I've got one.
yeah, he was something about that middle child that doesn't get enough attention and has to act out. It's a middle child thing. So I blew that whole thing up, but I'm glad you've tied it all together. I was for a long time, I was like, what is this racket where someone's paying for my teeth? This seems like who's making money here? Where's the angle?
Yeah.
Now we know.
Well, I look at it from the standpoint that children have great imaginations. And I want to keep that happening or keep that going, because today's children with imagination are tomorrow's inventors, scientists. I won't say politicians, though.
Yeah. Oh, you'd have to be soulless. I don't know what that means. I'm just picking on politicians.
Yes.
We have some great politicians that have been on the show, but we only invite the ones that try and be bipartisan,
right?
And be decent. So there you go. What haven't we talked about in the series? Let's talk about what's coming up. Any future books we want to profile?
Yes. As I said, the next book, The Pied Piper, is penned. Just the illustrations have to be. I have to break it down for the illustrations per page. If you look at the back of the book, it lists all future tooth stories, which is Cupid, Frosty, the Snowman, Tinkerbell, the Sandman, Jack Frost, Forest Fairies, Mother Nature, Fairy Godmother, Pinocchio, Wands, Leprechauns, Wizards, Rudolph, Good Witches, Crown Decay, and the Evil Witch, which I'll get to in book 1. In addition, Mother Nature, she's got 4 daughters, so I can write 4 stories.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know
I'll
Mother
just
Nature
on
had 4
Mother Nature.
daughters.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Really?
Spring,
Oh, duh.
summer, winter, and autumn.
I've met those chicks.
See, not many people know about her daughters.
I'm not into the winter one. She's kind of ugly for me. I'm not. No, she's not my style.
I used to enjoy winter for snowmobiling and ice fishing. I like the outdoors, but getting too old now for that.
Yeah, I grew up in California on the beach in Santa Monica, and me and snow don't go well together. No. I don't do skiing either. Ever since that incident with Cher's husband Sonny, I heard about that, and I'm like, I'm not going in any trees. That's not how I'm going out, man. It's not.
Well,
in
I
the
took
snow
up skiing about 8 years ago, but don't ski anymore. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I live in Utah part of the year, and I mean, people always have ski injuries, especially as they get older. And I'm like, I'm going to stay home.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit on the beach somewhere. So
that's what we prefer to do.
I'm not into that winter daughter. I avoid her. I blocked all her calls. I don't get any of her Snapchats anymore.
Although I do like getting my snowblower out and clearing my driveway and the neighbors as well.
I'll send you my address so you can come over.
All right.
All the way from Canada. But I like the summer. Summer's my favorite daughter of Mother Nature. She's my favorite. Unless I'm visiting in Vegas, then it's still different there.
I love Vegas. Actually, this relative of mine, the Caesar's Palace was designed after his home in Palm Springs.
Really?
And he was one of the managers at Vegas, and he got into it with Sinatra.
Oh, really? It's dangerous work to get into with Sinatra. He has friends, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Friends.
But he knew the Rat Pack and all of them.
Yeah. Such a great story. I miss the days of the mob owning Vegas. You could get a $9 surf and turf. You know, nowadays the corporations just. Oh,
the price for a meal is outrageous now.
Oh,
although I'd love to go back to Vegas, just to visit the mob museum.
Oh, the mob museum is great. I haven't been in it, but I've passed by it a bunch of times. I need to stop in there and go. But the mob museum is really a favorite. I mean, it was such a great time. But it is what it is. The fun part about Vegas is, if you haven't been in 5 years, it's like changes so much.
I haven't been. Used to go down there every year for the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah.
To look for products for the video retail market, as well as to the AVN show because they're video related products, and as well as the Video Software Dealers Association. We had our convention down there as well as in Atlantic City. So I used to enjoy going down for that, and even staying at Caesars, not realizing I had a connection with an uncle to Vegas.
Yeah. Well, you're even connected more with CES. So one of my friends is the CEO of CTA and CES,
Oh, yeah.
the CES show, Gary Shapiro. He'll be on the 2nd. So what is
Okay.
it? January 2nd, next week.
Yeah.
He comes on the show every year for the past 5 or 6 years. We're
Okay.
friends on Facebook and LinkedIn. And he comes every year and gives us a preview of the CES show.
Of the new CES show, yeah.
Yeah. And
it is an awesome show.
It is. And then starting, I think a couple days ago, we did our first recording of one of the booths from the CS show. There's about 5 or 6 people we'll have on pre-show for that are presenting there. So yeah, we do the whole CS show too. It's really fun. Yeah. So as we go roundabout, anything more we need to know about the books that I haven't touched on or teased out?
Well, yeah, I'd like to go into the original book, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Which is the Truth and Nothing But the Tooth, remastered extended edition. Mm-hmm. And it's about a little girl named McKenna, who I mentioned was my granddaughter. Mm-hmm. She captures a tooth fairy while staying at her grandmother's house when her tooth comes loose. And she captures a tooth fairy named Cal, short for calcium. He's there to retrieve the tooth for his girlfriend, Ruthie, who has been kidnapped by the cavity crew. Their job is to clean the teeth of cavities, but they want to turn all the teeth into cavities and take over fairyland and cause havoc. The leader of that group, his name is Crown Decay, and he's got two beautiful assistants, very dangerous, Plaquette and Gingivitis. Okay, and so McKenna insists that he tell her what they do with the teeth and where they get the money, which he explains. As he's explaining, 2 other fairies arrive, Grunge and another one, and to make sure that he goes back to fairyland. So he asks McKenna if she will go to fairyland with him, and give that tooth, because it's called the milk tooth, which is a more powerful magic tooth, very rare. And she agrees to go back to fairyland with him and present it to Ruthie. So they find Ruthie with the help of one of the cavity crew, whose name is Bicusp, who's upset and bullied by the rest of the cavity crew, and because he's got a pet lemur, and they always tease him that he puts his socks on the wrong feet, which is impossible to do. So he confesses to where they're holding Ruthie. So they go to rescue Ruthie, and as they rescue Ruthie, the Crown Decay and the cavity crew are banished from fairyland, with the exception of the lemur, whose name is Flow Rider, and Bicusp. They get the job of Bicusp loading the machine with the teeth, and Flow Rider gets the job of putting the bottles of fairy dust into the express wall, which shows all the mythical characters on it.
Oh, wow.
And also, if they go to my website, by the way, they'll hear a parody of a song by Megan Trainor, All About the Bass. I hired a 7-year-old girl to sing it, all about the tooth.
All about the truth? Or tooth?
The tooth. All about the tooth, instead of all about the bass.
Yeah.
And I'm working on another parody, which is a scene where Crown Decay and the cavity crew, Plaquette and Gingivitis, are meeting with a witch named Granelda, who has a book of potions and spells that they want. And Granelda breaks into a parody of a song, Don't Ya?
There you go.
Don't you wish your magic was black like mine?
Don't you? There you go. I see you. Don't you
So,
wish your girlfriend
in the hopes
was...
that a studio will pick up the original story, make it into a 90-minute animated film. And so I'm looking at some other songs. I don't know. I'm not a good enough writer to write a screenplay, but because of the storyline being a never-ending story, with children losing teeth every second to half second, this is a never-ending story. the prequels, referring back to the original book and what the tooth fairies do with the teeth and how I tie it in, could be made for TV specials like Santa the Beginning and Leprechauns, how they're able to hide their pot of gold. Cupid, how his arrows make people fall in love. I can tie that to fairy dust.
Oh, that explains it. Fairy dust.
Mother Nature and her 4 daughters. Add into that. Let's see. Frosty the Snowman, more Christmas ones. Jack Frost, Tinkerbell, the Sandman, Forest Fairies. I mentioned Mother Nature, Pinocchio, Leprechaun. And in the case of Crown Decay and the Evil Witch, how they interfere with Mother Nature and her 4 daughters.
There you go. Didn't Joe Montana of Scarface, didn't he have some fairy dust that he used to market and sell in Miami?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I
know Disney did one about a hockey player.
Say hello to my little friend. Anyway, I'm not sure that was fairy dust that was on his table.
The marketing potential on book 1, and I'll give you an example of a great potential marketing possibility is McDonald's have the Happy Meal. Mm-hmm. Happy Meals do not cause cavities. But if McDonald's were to take this on and give away all the characters, they could also cross-tie it in with, let's say, Crest toothpaste by giving away a sample toothpaste with one of the characters on it, because kids collect each one of the characters from a movie. They can cross-promote it with toothpaste and a toothbrush with the characters on it, therefore promoting good health, good hygiene.
There you go.
So it has that potential in the right hands. And what I'm hoping is I'll get a studio interested in this project, as well as a traditional publisher. I'm retired. I don't have a ton of money, so it takes me a while to save up to publish a book, and or even an investor.
Now, who did the artwork on these books?
The second publishing company did it, and I do own the rights. I made sure that was in the agreement, and it's in each publication that I own the rights to the illustrations.
That's what you got to do. It's we interview a lot of authors in the show from the big publishing houses, and
it's a learning
curve. They don't own
curve.
the copyright to their own book.
Yeah, it's a learning curve for me.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a thing where people don't own their copyright. I mean, a lot of authors we talk to from some of the big houses, we love the big houses like Simon Schuster, Penguin Random House, but
I do own the rights to the rights to the ISBN. They're all registered under my name.
That's good. You got to have
so
that.
I'm looking for hopefully get partners.
There you go.
To move it forward.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we can't get the word spread around there. So as we go out, give people a final pitch to order up your book. .coms where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Yes. It's www.tooth-truth.com, or they can look me up on YouTube, see my channel. I've got a Santa video, an Easter Bunny video, as well as another interview with another person. Also, if they look me up on Google, they'll see a lot.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's a wonderful time of year. We love Christmas. There's Easter Bunny. There's Santa. All sorts of good things. It's good. And maybe kids can enjoy the stories before their grandpa ruins it.
I hope so. I've had good reviews on the book so far.
Yeah.
I've not had any negative response for it. In some cases of parents, it takes them back to when they lost their tooth, as it did with you.
Yeah. I'm calling my attorneys after the show and finding out. I want my due because I only got 25 cents.
You got to go back. You got to go.
I want my.
Now that we know, you have to go back to
a couple bucks per tooth. I could have made like at least $50 off my mouth as a kid instead of like $5.
Well, wasn't that your inheritance?
Probably was, actually.
As an adult.
Don't tell my mom that. She'll be like,
Yeah.
you already got your inheritance. You got teeth, eh?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I think she knocked my teeth out at one point. No, she didn't. I'm just teasing. My mom's wonderful.
Yeah.
But I probably deserved it if it did happen. Anyway.
I have to agree that I probably did deserve whatever I got.
I mean, kids aren't we're not always good all the time. What can you say? But neither are parents, so I'm going with that. Anyway, thanks for coming by the show. We really appreciate it, Barry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
you have yourself, you and your family, or as many as there are, have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year.
You too. You too.
Thank you.
And we're in New Year's. We're right before Christmas in 2024, folks. So if you're watching this 10 years from now in February, please don't write a comment like, it's not December yet. They do that all the time. It's crazy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next time. Order up the book wherever fine books are sold. The Truth About the Tooth. The Beginning, Santa, and His Number One Elf by Barry Fillier. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Very